Hello, welcome to Brandon Reviews. We've got a new format. I'm going to be deep diving and talking and waffling on for a while about certain things, and today it's about The Mandalorian. You know, Star Wars is one of the most popular subjects on the internet, and I'm here to throw in my 2 cents. And anyway, let's get the ball rolling, strap yourselves in, and let's get into it. The Mandalorian. Who would have thought that this would have been the thing to sort of give Star Wars a resurgence, to kickstart it again and create a bit of buzz. Star Wars has been on the downslide, as we all know, after the previous failures of the latest trilogy that came out and Solo, which underperformed. Yeah, Star Wars has been struggling to find its feet, and Disney, since they bought it, really needed to sort of mold it to what they needed it to be. Find where it sort of fitted with their other franchises like Marvel and the Disney movies, the live action animation films that they've been releasing. So it's kind of been a funny last 5 years, half a decade or so of them, I guess, working that out. And here we are with the Disney Plus service being dropped. I think Disney are in a comfortable and dominating place right now where they can sort of experiment and try little things and big things and just throw them out there and see what works, what sticks, and go from there. Jon Favreau obviously sort of kick-started Marvel with Iron Man, throw him back into the Star Wars property and let's just see what happens. And it was a success, you know, the first season did very well. Grogu, the little Yoda, has become a new fan favorite and everyone's buying the toys, and you know, I've bought clothes for my son, baby outfits and suits, which, you know, just goes to show how quickly this has just catapulted Star Wars back into the stratosphere of what's popular. It's amazing because for a moment there we all thought Star Wars was, you know, a dying flame. It was hard for me to sort of swallow that. It was a bit of a bitter pill because at times I was thinking, yeah, I think it's time to let Star Wars go. And I was ready just to give it up and just sort of live with the fact that, yeah, the first 3 films are kind of the classics and you know, the rest of the stuff is always going to be secondary and all the new stuff I'm never going to really return to and rewatch again. I guess The Mandalorian is what's really sort of relaunched the Star Wars property. It's really cool that they've taken this experiment and ran with it and allowed different directors to helm different episodes. Disney are choosing their directors very well, and I think they've sort of used the Marvel template where they're picking and choosing directors that can bring something to it but still fall heavily under the banner and still work alongside the Disney suits, you know, Kathleen Kennedy or whoever it is, which is great. It's great to see that they're all working together and creating stuff that still feels creative and experimental at the same time, very formulaic in ways at the same time, and cheesy. You know, Star Wars needs a bit of that cheese, and it's an element that needs to be there. When Star Wars becomes too serious, like Rogue One, I feel like it gets a bit dull and it needs a bit of colour. They just capitalise on the cheese. You know, they had these little frog aliens in I think the 2nd episode, directed by Peyton Reed, whereas, you know, the main thing about it was getting this frog wife to a frog husband. Obviously, we got the episode The Jedi and Ahsoka. Finally, we've got a Jedi in the show, and having a Jedi in the show is just, you know, made the fans go crazy, and you got Rosario Dawson pulling off a great performance of that character. And that episode was just amazing. They had Michael Biehn in that. It's good to see him. You know, some of these 80s actors they're pulling back in, like Carl Weathers from Predator and Rocky, to Michael Biehn from Aliens and Terminator. Like, it's just awesome to see them utilizing that kind of forgotten talent, or that talent that hasn't been utilized for a long time in mainstream properties. And this is what they need to do. You know, even in the first season they had Werner Herzog. You know, in the first season, that just blew my mind that they even had him, and he said yes. Like, that alone was just crazy, and I thought that was sick. That was like, as soon as I saw that in the trailer for the first season, I was like, I've got to see this. And then they had Carl Weathers in it too, and I was like, oh my God, this is just, what they're doing there is amazing. And then they had Nick Nolte voicing, you know, that sort of pig guy. Taika Waititi, you know, he directing a couple episodes in the first season. He didn't do any in this season 2.
He's got a movie though.
I guess he's got a movie in the works, but he's been working on not Suicide Squad, he's been working on Thor 3, Love and Thunder. But yeah, Mandalorian, season 2, it ended with a nice little cliffhangery. It's a bit of a bittersweet pill because we had, you know, spoilers here, Luke Skywalker show up right at the end, which was interesting to see because, seeing a young Mark Hamill was weird. The way they're doing the digital painting on a different actor's body, on a different actor's face, sorry, is just, it's a weird thing. If he doesn't say anything and he's just standing there, yeah, you can kind of let that go, but as soon as he starts talking, it looks like a video game sort of. For future, I really do hope they sort that out if they're going to bring Luke back into it again. Yeah, I don't really want them going down that route too much where, they're starting to pull in all this sort of, familiar faces and things like that. But it's good to see that they're trying, and it's both a positive and a negative. But for now, season 2 overall, it was a good follow-up of season 1. It's got me excited for season 3 and for the future of Star Wars and what's coming. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So yeah, chuck in your little sachet of cold brew tea and have a refreshing afternoon, night, morning, whatever it is out there in the galaxy, and I'll see you next time.
I'm prepared to pay you for the information. I'm not leaving my fate up to chance.
Nor am I.
This is the way.
Thanks for watching Mini Academy Online. If you'd like to explore more of our content, click on this or click on that. Like and subscribe, thumbs up, ring bells, do a dance, sing a song, drink a hot cup of tea or coffee, and I'll see you in the next one.